Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of my huge estate sale haul. We are going to look at some of those bigger items that I got, and we are going to flip some of the small items. My name is Bree. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bree, and I am so glad you're here. Let's take a look at my favorite piece from this haul. It's this cute little 4-drawer chest of drawers. It was in rough shape. Look how gross the inside of it was, and the top was roached. Now, I did a live over on my channel showing how I was doing this dresser. I can link it down in the description box below, but I did want to give y'all a final peek at how it turned out. And here it is. Meet Harvey. This adorable chest of drawers will be heading up to my booth here in Topeka, Kansas next week, but I am going to list it available for shipping online as well in case I have a viewer who would love to have this in their home. My website is upcycledbybrie.com, and I will also link that down below for you. Check out how rewarding these drawers came out on the inside as well. I just had to show y'all. Now, this look totally inspired me to paint some smalls in the same color, which is what I'm going to show y'all today. If you are new to my channel, you can find all the paint and products and my flips over on my website, upcycledbybrie.com. Of course, I am on social media too, but I will be sure to link all of those links down in the description box below for you. To get this amazing chippy finish, I am using Basil and Creamy, a 50-50 blend by Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. Now we are going to paint this cloche first. I loved this cloche. There was a little damage to it, so I decided to give it a makeover. To mix up your milk paint, you will mix the milk paint with water, a 50-50 mix. So I've got my two colors, combine them together, add the water in, and give it a good stir. Today I will be adding some Extra Bond to my paint. Extra Bond is an additive for your milk paint, and it's going to help your milk paint adhere to slick surfaces or surfaces other than wood. The ratio for your bond is a 1 part paint to half part bond. All those instructions are on the bottles. And I'm using my On R14 brush. Love my Klingons for milk paint. These brushes are so easy to clean. After you use them, you soak them in water overnight. The next morning, the paint practically falls out of the bristles. Little yellow riser was also part of the haul, and I wanted to experiment using the milk paint on ceramics. This is a first for me. It did take 2 coats to get good coverage on the ceramic, and you do not use any Extra Bond in your second coat if you're using your milk paint. Just FYI. Last up today is this little shelf. Again, it was pretty shiny, so I wanted to use the milk paint with the bond in it. Time to distress. I'm using a 220 grit sandpaper here, and you can see I'm getting some good distressing, but it's not flaking and chipping off like it did on the dresser, and that's because I used the Extra Bond, so it sticks a lot better. For the top raw wood piece, I am using the dark oil wax, which will seal and protect this wood. This is also what I used on the top of the dresser as well. To seal the paint up, I'm using dark beeswax. I'm going to go straight over the top of the green paint, but you could use some clear beeswax as a barrier so the dark wax didn't appear so dark. I like the way it looks with just the dark wax, so I went straight onto the paint. And here's a look at the final cloche. What do y'all think? A nice, fresh spring improvement from what it was before? I'm sealing the riser up with that same dark beeswax, just using a brush to apply it, making sure it gets down in all the little crevices. Then I was loving the way that this green paint looked next to some patinaed copper. So I'm going in with a product. It's DIY Pennies from Heaven, and this is a copper patina product. It is self-sealing, so I just put it over the top of this paint and it sticks, it will dry, and stay put. I just love this green and copper together. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below. Last up on the shelf, again, back in with that dark beeswax. I'm loving the warmth and depth that it's adding. I'm using the same copper patina on the little railing on this shelf, and then I did stipple on some dark wax to give it a nice crusty patina copper finish, and a little peek at the final shelf as well. I love the way this Sweet Pickins milk paint gives an authentic chippy finish. Do you like chippy paint? Drop me a comment. All of these metal toolboxes were part of the haul, and I am in love. You guys know I love metal. One of them was a file box and it was rather plain, so I'm going to use the brand new JRV vintage Valentine decoupage paper to spruce it up. I'm using Sweet Pickins top coat as my decoupage medium. These papers do come in 30 by 20 sheets, but this one has lots of little pictures, so I cut several out. I'm applying a thin layer of the top coat to the metal box, laying the decoupage paper on, and applying another thin coat of the top coat on top. Now you see it has some wrinkles. I like this for a good vintage look. That way when I go and sand it down with this 220 grit sandpaper, it really accentuates those wrinkles. I sand a lot around the edges to make it look more like it belongs on the piece. Once I have that done, here's a look. This was like a 2-minute update and it really spruced up this box. Do you guys like this vintage Valentine paper? It's available now on my site. And the decoupage paper does ship for just $1.95. I painted the dresser this week. I had a little extra paint that I slapped on a scrap piece of wood. I've cut that down into squares, and now I am just going to do the same thing with my Sweet Pickins top coat and decoupage more of these images onto the wood. I take the dark beeswax around the edges to make the edges blend in more, make the whole piece look authentic, and I also sand these down as well. These make perfect little shelf sitters. They're great if you have a retail space or you sell online. I can knock a bunch of these out at once and they are just so cute. They add a nice touch into your decor if you aren't into this super red and pink Valentine's Day decor. And I'm curious to know, do you guys decorate for Valentine's Day? I know a lot of people do and a lot of people don't, so I'm interested. Drop me a comment. If this is the kind of content you love, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. That way YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new video. And if you could, share this video out with a friend who loves thrift flips, garage sales, thrift store hauls, you name it, we're going to do it here in 2022. Until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye, friends.